Hello and welcome to historic Lake Ripley. Historic, you may say? Yes, absolutely. We're going to find out. And along the way, we may catch some fish as well. You guys seeing anything exciting here? Nothing yet? Me neither, but I haven't started fishing yet, so I got an excuse. We're just across the bay by some boat docks here. Got a little minnow on here. So I'm pulling at it. See what we got. Oh, it looks like a nice gill. Oh, a nice gill. Real nice gill. Dang. That's a good one. Yeah. In 1882, a young boy from Norway emigrated with his family to Wisconsin. They settled near the shores of Lake Ripley. The boy loved boats and had a knack for inventing. His name was Ole Evinrude. By 1900, young Ole was building gasoline engines at his shop in Milwaukee. His girlfriend Bess, later to become his wife, inspired the outboard motor when she asked him to row her across Okauchee Lake to get some ice cream. Ole knew there must be a faster way to cross the water, and the idea for the outboard motor took root. In 1907, Ole Evinrude invented a practical and reliable two-cycle motor that ran on a mixture of gas and oil. Bess contributed the ad slogan, "Enough rowing, throw your oars away." Evinrude motors are still seen everywhere, including Lake Ripley. Lake Ripley is a little over 400 acres with a couple spots that go down to 40 feet. Now, if you look at a contour map of this lake, you will see that the contour lines are real close together at certain points, including this one and out toward the center of the lake, meaning, of course, that the depth falls off quite quickly. I see a number of boats along what I'm guessing is that line. Now, whether these guys are great experts or they're just kind of winging it, I couldn't tell you. But it does get deep fairly quickly, fairly close to shore. So at some point I'll be throwing a crankbait out, seeing if I can get something. There's a nice rock bass. Goggle eye. Hanging around underneath the boat dock there. About maybe 2-3 feet of water. Not too deep. Just right. Okay. Rock bass. Excellent. Ever since sport fishing became a middle-class obsession, anglers have schemed to catch pike, walleye, and bass. In Wisconsin, a 5-pound bass is a trophy, and a 10-pounder is pretty much unheard of. In October of 1940, Robert Milkowski caught the Wisconsin state record largemouth bass in Lake Ripley, 11 pounds, 3 ounces. 84 years later, the record still stands, officially at least. In 2012, Gabriella Esperson was a biology student and a member of the club fishing team at UW Whitewater. She was fishing along with her boyfriend near Edgerton when she hooked into a monster largemouth, almost 26 inches long and weighing over 11 pounds on an uncertified scale. It might have been a new state record, but Esperson released it so it could spawn a new generation of trophy bass. One of those lunkers might be swimming in Wisconsin today, perhaps even in Lake Ripley. Bringing in a little bluegill here, and I see a really good-sized bass cruising around on the bottom there. I can't tell. Well, they're kind of hanging around in the shallower water here. In a gravelly-looking spot, that bass is cruising back and forth, maybe on a bed. Yeah, that's a good-sized bass. Probably about 14 inches. Looks like it's cruising back and forth. Maybe defending its territory on the bed there. Oh, he's aggressive too. That is a beauty. Wow, look at that. Nice gill. That is a gorgeous gill. Holy cow. Wow. Okay, that's somewhere very close to a personal best for me. That's quite a fish. There we go. Okay. Wowie. That is a nice big gill. Look at the size of the gill flap on that thing. That's why they call them bluegills. Wow, that's a beauty. Al Lindner may be the most famous fisherman in the upper Midwest. Since the late 1960s, he's been a tournament angler, a tackle manufacturer, a TV and radio host, an author, and a magazine publisher. Al was from Chicago, but his family spent summers at Lake Ripley. That's where Al started digging worms for his older brother Ron in exchange for boat trips. Al started winning tournaments as a teenager, and soon he was spending as many as 250 days a year on the water. Al, Ron, and others in the family built their media empire in Brainerd, Minnesota. Now 80 years old, Al Lindner has received just about every honor in the fishing world, including membership in the Freshwater Fishing Hall of Fame. And it all started at Lake Ripley. Well, conditions were not ideal today. The recent winds and flooding have kind of stirred up the lake a little bit and made conditions a little more difficult, but it wasn't too bad. We managed a nice haul of panfish. Looks like we saw a few fish on the bed, so that was okay. All in all, another historic day on Lake Ripley.